Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring some contemporary Chinese expressions that demonstrates that Chinese is a language that can rejuvenate itself because it's been using this ancient practice or ancient life derived meaning and apply it to contemporary life. And it's quite amazing to look at how the language can reapply itself and make it itself relevant again. And that, okay, today is a 5-character expression. So the past few days, we have came across quite a few 4-character Chinese formation. And that's simply because Chinese traditionally like to put 4 characters. I guess 4 is a kind of a happy place to have just enough characters to capture complicate versus simple enough concepts. So a lot of Chinese meanings or set phrases or idioms actually expressed in 4-character expressions. And today is 5. That means in a balance of the meaning, the efficiency, or the format, people choose to go with express the meaning more accurately because 数字化转型 this 数字化 this is a grouping and it made of 3. It means digitization. And for Chinese, 数 and 字 together means digital. And ization, this transforming something in digitize something, right? So this transformation, we have to add this 化 to it to mean you have to convert something into digital form. So this is 数字化 then becomes a 3-character. And then 转型 is like further make the change. So I guess here is kind of a societal level of change, like apply digitization throughout the whole society. And I guess from our everyday consumer lives to enterprise companies lives to the governing to the whole way society society runs. So 数字化转型, these 5 characters grouped into 2 talks about this era of human society try to adopt this new way of life. So this is like, I don't know, the 3rd wave or 4th wave of technology revolution that the whole society have to adopt, have to transform themselves one way or another. So 数字化转型 simply talks about this digitalization, whole process of digitize, and 转型 means the whole society make a turn, make a pivot, right? Okay, let's go to each level. Okay, 数字化 simply means transform. And it made of this human figure. This is a regular human figure, looks like lambda, right? Greek letter, transformed into this shape. So can you recognize the 2 kind of looks like the same? So it's this character flipped, kind of look like that, and then rotate. So it involves 2 positional changing. So flipping and rotating into the other side, because Chinese is a 2D frame, visualization of the physical world, right? So when we're talking about change, it involves some entity from A to B, involves a journey, involves time, the dimension. So it's basically trying to capture 4-dimensional thing into this 2-dimensional frame. So how does Chinese do that? They do this rotation thing to mean there is over time, you convert from this to this. So that's transition or conversion or transformation or simply change. Okay, so that's 化. And Chinese use 化学. So this plus 学, study or learning. So study of change means chemistry. I mean, that's what chemistry is about, right? It's converting or transforming one material to another. That's chemistry. That's at least in my concept, that's how I relate to chemistry. simply through the way Chinese translate chemistry. Anyways, this means transform, means convert or change. 数 and 字, okay, Chinese use two characters to mean one English concept, which is digital. And digital came from, the 数 actually came from counting. Because digital comes from fingers, right? And I guess at the very beginning of human society, we count stuff by, count with fingers. That's like baby counting. And similarly, ancient society, we count stuff. That's the beginning of our understanding of digit, right? Understanding our like a numerical sense of the world. So this counting made of, at the bottom is the girl, unmarried woman. At the top is the mother, is married and giving birth woman. So in the middle, I don't know what that is, but I like to view this character, since it means count, right? I like to view it as, so this mother, like young girl, potential mother, convert to mother. And that means multiplication of human, right? So in contemporary Chinese fertility rate, which is average one woman's lifetime, how many children that woman will give birth to. So for ideal incoming, outgoing population to stay stable, the ideal fertility rate of our society to keep the population stable is 2.1. So you have this 0.1 like extra. So one woman make two children that replace both the wife and husband, or man, woman. So it's equal population, comes in, goes out. Today's China's fertility rate dropped to 1. So one woman over her lifetime only on average give one birth of child. And you can see that means two humans, the sperm versus the, wait, what's that word? I forgot how to say the egg. Anyways, the sperm and the egg, both sides, like that's two entities. And then only comes down to one child. So over there, that's like 50% cut of the population. That's horrifying, right? Horrifying in relative to what? Anyways, so this unmarried girl, so potential mother, converting to mother, and I will view like this middle thing as this process of converting is a kind of calculation or estimation of your population from woman to a mother, like how many children this woman may have. Then kind of on a tribal level will determine if your tribe is going to thrive. Are you going to have more populations growing in your local region? On a national level, it's this nation-based fertility rate calculation. So this woman giving birth thing from the beginning was made into this counting icon. And counting on the right is a little bit upsetting because it involves right hand symbol, 3-finger hand symbol, right hand specifically, holding a tool. A lot of times that involves with slavery. So I'm not sure, just based on the icon reading here, is the ancient slavery practice of you have female slaves and almost like hens giving birth to a little chicken. You have your chicken farm growing, right? So you have to have your slave farm growing. You have how many female slaves population you have there, and then you kind of try to calculate and count how many more your slave population can grow. So convert girl, unmarried girl, or potential mother to mother. There is this conversion and there is this multiplication of the population. And that, plus this slavery implied icon together means count. It's really, really dark history I'm looking over here that involves with this number counting, head count, this population calculation. And I guess first sense, it's even if it's a slavery, if for a moment we stand in the shoes of slave owners, they probably have counting if slaves in the past regarded as the property, and this property have this potential to grow simply by giving birth, this bio process of replicating to expand and that's head count was probably considered a pretty significant wealth accumulation or growing method in ancient times. So you can see this character probably hold a lot of weight. And also we need to remember the language was created back then by the language users, which was not the whole population. It was the male, the educated, the property owners probably, and they were the people who have access to knowledge, to information, to text, to this cross-generational information transfer, and which is a 学习, the learning character. And it's not totally surprising to me if this involves with slave population growing that made of this counting character. Okay, 字. This again related to population growing. This actually talks about birth, giving birth or labor process, which has this child symbol, this baby symbol, big-headed, only hand, torso. There's no leg function yet. So that's the early stage of human development, right? It's an infant. And then this dome with a chimney means human quarter or human shelter, shielded from the outside with a chimney means there's a human activity in there. Then together it means a child was born under this shelter. And this child birth process eventually used to applied to mean word. And according to Chinese, we have wen, which write like this, that came from this crack or image captured on turquoise. That's the ancient character preservation. We can still see some in museums of this turtle shells have some carves on them. So that's considered when considered as a single character. So icons like fire, there's no other characters in there. It's just one icon that will be considered as one, versus 字 would be a combination of fire and, I don't know, let's see. Okay, a fire plus a sun symbol together, it means star. Anyways, and it's two can be further separated into different icons. So majority of the Chinese characters today we are looking at, like all of these are combinations of several components together. And the original, the singular icon that cannot be further divided would be considered one, and the 字 is the combination of such. And I made a dot connecting. It's because giving birth, it's similar to this meaning derivation. So simply by combining, like permutation combination of different Chinese icons, that's kind of singular. This wen, simply combine wen, and then you derive, you make new meaning out of it. It's almost like giving birth to new meaning using your existing available material, right? So that's kind of like childbirth. It's based on, it's carrying the same genes from the mother and the father and create something new. It's like a two woman, man combined into their child. It's like one wen, another one combined into a new 字 that will be considered like at least double combination, two of them together. And of course can be multitudes of those. So in this character is two of them together, and this is two of them, right? And in this character we have 1, 2, I don't know what's the middle part, right? Woman, mother, and then this hand holding this tool. It's like 4 different elements in there. So together, 字 means, I guess, written form of certain things, right? And 数 means counting. Counting put into text, not together, means digital. it kind of makes sense, right? 数字 simply means numbers together. It means numerical. And 化, digitalization or numericalization, however you want to put it, right? Okay. 转型, okay, 转, we have this turn. This turn, again, we have this 3-finger hand symbol with this horizontal line. It's like 1 inch down your wrist. That's pulse reading position. So together, this hand plus this means you do something according to measures. So you take measures of doing something. It's like you have to be trained. You cannot just go there and do something. You have to be under apprentice to learn how to do things. And then the top is was set to be the spinning process. So on the top is a plant symbol, and I guess in the middle this circular thing with a kind of a knob at the bottom is a simplification of a spinner. So I don't know if you've ever seen a spinner. So it's the fabric making process from fiber converted to thread. And there is the spinning process. So spinning related to turning, right? Spinning have to be keep turning to spool the thread. And then the left side is a carriage or wheel icon. So this is a wheel, right? And then axle. And then the 2 stoppers, stopping the wheel from dropping off the axle. So that's the most simple, boil down the structural essence of what a wheel can construct looks like. So the wheel involves the spinning. The spinning process of a fabric making process involves spinning with turning. So measured hand over there simply together means turn, making turns. Okay, form. Okay. This is a character that's made of 3 parts. You can see, right? 3 parts. So again, in Chinese, it was considered 字, not 文. 3 parts. Okay, the parts were made of this simply means a shape of something that comes with boundary. This is a man-made shape of something. And this means a knife. So this is the edge, the cutting edge of the knife, and this is the handle of the knife. You can see that, right? And the bottom means soil. So first horizontal line is the ground level, and the vertical line means something, a plant, generic plant growing in the ground. And the second line is indicator to mean this environment or surroundings at the tip of the root. So it's the supporting environment to the root, which is the soil. So together, soil, man-made shape, and the tool to make that shape together means form. It turned out the Chinese have different characters to mean different molds. So this is a mold making made of the soil. So it's a clay mold. And then Chinese have different characters for wood mold and have bamboo mold. So different molding method came with different shapes. So this came from this mold making from the clay. And then that's the ancient form making thing. So if we want to shape something, molding was ancient practice and captured in here. So 转型, turn the mold or turn the form. Simply means transform, or transformation. That's an elaborate way to say transformation. So transformation is 转型, and 数字化, digitalization. I mean, this format is digital. So that's how Chinese translate digital transformation, 数字化转型. And here I'm putting expanse because expanse is a sci-fi that looks into future human society that's multi-planetary already and have this high integration of digital transformation. So this is the aftermath of humans and digital technology already merged like perfectly. Like everybody is like a digital native over there. They have no problem using all kinds of technologies. That's kind of eye-opening technologies showing in there. And you can see still humans, but they are techno-empowered humans that are post-digital transformation society. That's how it looks. And we're going through it right now. All right, that's 数字化转型. Thank you for your time. See you another day.